All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call law, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the Apostle of Israel, aka the Apostle of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, came across this article. It's from Yahoo News. Well, yeah, Yahoo News, and it's a platform known as the Independent. They're a very credible source. I forget exactly where they're out of, but it's a credible source. And this article is in other news platforms. Google it, and it's right there. This is a couple days old, and it says U.S. soldiers stationed on Alaskan island armed with rocket launchers after Russian activity detected. So basically, they're saying that you have there's Russian military activity in Alaska within the last couple of days, and right after the U.S. government sent their military over there. All right. So that just go to show the time we're in. And what is this the time? What rumors, wars, and rumors of wars? This is exactly what Yahawashi spoke on to tell the disciples that you see these things, know that the time is nigh. Okay. Now, granted, the end is not yet, obviously, because they're not gonna go to nuclear war tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But all the things happening right now is all leading up to it. It's all leading up to what that third woe that coming quickly. You know what I'm saying? People say in the world, they always say, what, trust the process, right? Well, that's what the prophets are doing, trusting the process of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, because it's his scheduling. Now, granted, but like he said, what? He had Yahawashi, he had the Holy Spirit go out through the earth and tell of the signs that were to come upon him sending Yahawashi back. And these are one of the signs, you know what I'm saying? Russia and America going at it. All these things happening in the world, the MOTB about to come out, the Michael C. All these things is leading to the return of Yahawashi. But let me get into this article. So it says the U.S. has deployed more than 130 soldiers, mobile rocket launchers, and radar capabilities to a remote Alaskan island amid increased Russian military activity in the region. So you have now Russian military activity in Alaska. And if you know anything, Alaska is like very close to America, and I believe the closest state to the closest place in America to Alaska, I believe, is Seattle, Washington, and I believe it said it's 668 miles away. But roughly it said that Alaska and America are 2,000 miles apart. But the closest of America is, obviously is in the West Coast, and the closest is Seattle, Washington, which is 668 miles away from America. So it says that Russia has military activity in Alaska, which is very close to America. And you got to remember, a couple months ago, they had what? They had the Russia nuclear submarine go to Cuba, Havana, Cuba. So that just go to show that what the Lord is doing, hustling the host of the battle. And this is not going to stop each respective party is not going to come to a different mentality and be like, yeah, you know what, we should just have peace on earth. No, because why? This is the will of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and we want this to continue. We need it to continue, because as this continues, we're getting closer to our kingdom. But reading on, it says the Coast Guard said it located 4 Russian Federation Navy vessels, including 2 submarines, 57 miles off the coast of Alaska on Sunday. So on Sunday, which was, well, this is about to be a week ago now, they've had a Russian military activity in Alaska, okay? Because this article is from 2 days ago, and it says, in the past week, officials have also detected 4 separate incursions of Russian military aircraft into the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone, the ADIZ, an area beyond U.S. airspace where aircraft are nonetheless expected to identify themselves. The Indo-Pacific represents more than 50% of the world's population and some of the most diverse environments on Earth, the U.S. Army 11th Airborne Division wrote on Facebook on Sunday, sharing photos of soldiers, mobile rocket launchers, and transport planes being used in a deployment. It says Shemya Island sits in the middle of the North Pacific Ocean, and the soldiers of Task Force Geronimo, made up of units from across U.S. Army Pacific, landed there last week with long-range fires and radar capabilities. Now, this is all because of the Russian military activity that's over there. The U.S. sent their military and sent some rocket launchers, sent some radar shits. So what like, because I always pose a question to people, right? If you think, let's say, for instance, you have people that think like, because I was talking to some people today. I went to this little restaurant, little Indian restaurant today. Got some lamb shawarma, and I'll be like having little talks, you know, talking to like Moabites, all, I'd be like, yo, do y'all think that nuclear war will ever happen? And the majority of them say no. Because they say, you know, the reason, like, well, why would anybody want to do that? Which is, it's a logical way to think. Like, why would anybody want to do that? Because the Lord is going to put it, but they don't know that Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI is going to put it in their spirit and in their mind to do it. It don't matter what you want to do in your fleshy body. Man's goings are the Lord. And if you talk about reality, what are these nations and these countries preparing for? Are they preparing for world peace or are they preparing for world war? The visible signs is that they're preparing for world war, not world peace. World peace is going to come when Yahawashi comes back and put these other nations in subjection after the war. And they're going to go to war with Yahawashi, 2nd Ezra the 13th chapter in the Apocrypha. That's all what's leading up to. We're leading up to a lot of things and the last day prophecies. We're in the last day prophecy. But continuing on, it says, and you got some pictures. U.S. military in Alaska. Hold up. Picture worth 1,000 words. Oh, never mind. All right. They say once you log in through Facebook. Nope. Okay, so continuing on, it says, is there any more? What the hell? Okay, here we go. So it says last week, hold it. Okay, yeah. So it said last week, Russian began Ocean 24, its largest joint naval and air drill since the Cold War, comprising over 400 warships, submarines, and transport vessels, and more than 90,000 troops across the Pacific and Arctic Oceans, as well as the Mediterranean, Caspian, and Baltic Seas. It says the exercises follow joint Russia-China exercises that took place near Alaska in July. Yep, a few months ago. A couple months ago, actually. It says Alaska in July. It says, which led to the first ever Russian-Chinese bomber task force incursion into the Alaska ADIZ, according to U.S. Senator Dan Sullivan. It says these escalating incidents demonstrate the critical role the Arctic plays in great power competition between the U.S., Russia, and China, he said in a statement Tuesday. Now, that was a couple days ago, because this article is from 2 days ago. So this is the day before, 2 days ago. So it says Wednesday. This is from Wednesday, so yeah, Tuesday, right? So it says authoritarian regimes are testing the United States, he added. Dictators like Vladimir Putin see through a lens of either strength or weakness, which is why I've long encouraged our senior military leaders to be ready and to respond with strength. Now, did that sound like they get ready for peace? It sounds like they're preparing for war. What did the Lord say in Joel, the 3rd chapter? What? Proclaiming this among the Gentiles, prepare war. And that's exactly what they're doing, preparing for war. Because the third war coming quickly. We're coming into the time where the war is going to end all wars is about to happen. And this is clear signs. What the fuck? Okay, so it says, for years, Russia has been conducting slow-boiling intelligence operations and exploratory military activity in the Arctic Circle. As tensions grow between it and its neighbors amid conflicts like its invasion of Ukraine, which has been going on for 2 years now. Any more of this article? No, there gotta be more. It can't end off with that. Come on, what the fuck? That's it? Okay, well, that's the end of the article. Oh, we got another one. Is this an old one? Oh, this one 25 minutes ago. Also the same. So it says Ukraine-Russia war live. Putin war dead at 70,000 as claims Moscow couldn't stop Kursk raid despite warning. So this is from 25 minutes ago. "25 minutes ago from the Independent." Let's get into that through the Spirit. I was going to get some scriptures. I'll get some scriptures after this. So it says, Russia's military had been anticipating Ukraine's assault on its Kursk region and was preparing for months to counter it, according to a trove of documents reportedly seized from Russian positions. It says leaked documents shared with The Guardian suggest mounting anxiety within the ranks, compounded by low morale and rising casualties. It says more than 70,000 Russian soldiers have died since the invasion began. 70,000 Russian soldiers have died. That's what 30,000 more than Palestinians that these small hats been killed. But remember, this has been going on for 2 years already. The thing with the small hats and the Palestinians, that ain't even going on a year yet. And look how many casualties is from, even though they're not military, but still look at what did. The Lord said, "What the slain of the Lord shall be many," and we didn't even get to the nuclear war yet, man. So what do people talk about? Like, what do you think this is going to just de-escalate? Once you go, remember the thing about war is once you go past a certain level, there's no turning back. And we're right now damn near at a point of no return as far as world wars go, because now all the countries are involved, all the superpowers are involved, everybody's involved somehow. So it said, yeah, more than 70,000 Russian soldiers have died since the invasion began. Volunteer soldiers, once Russian civilians, now make up the majority of recent casualties for the first time, according to figures compiled through an open source data analysis by BBC Russian and Mediazona. The full toll is believed to be considerably higher. What? Shalom, shalom. It said the full toll, the death toll, they already said 70,000, so they said the full toll is considerably higher. So what? We could be pushing 100,000 Russian soldiers dead already. Just think about that. And Russia is a superpower. But they also said that Russia has I think it was just passed that Putin wants to put into act 2,389,000 active Russian military. So 70,000 in that regard is not a lot, but still that's 70,000 people who lost their life within the last 2 years. Because this all it says since it started. Okay? So it says Russia reacted slowly to the first occupation of its territory since World War II, when thousands of Ukrainian troops crossed the border from Ukraine's Sumy region on August 6th. It says the leaked documents contain months of warnings about possible Ukrainian advances, with one handwritten log from January 4th warning of the potential for a breakthrough at the state border by Ukrainian armed troops in order to increase training to prepare to repel any attack. The Guardian cannot independently verify the authenticity of the documents. Okay, so yeah, it says so the 70,000 military personnel have died in Ukraine. Russian military died in Ukraine, with volunteers making up the largest group of casualties since the 2022 invasion for the first time, accounting for about 20% of deaths. It says among the casualties, 13,781 were volunteers, making up the largest chunk of casualties for the first time since the war began, according to data from BBC Russia and the independent website Mediazona. It says for much of the first year of the conflict, former prisoners made up the highest proportion of Russian casualties, but they now account for 19% of all confirmed deaths. Citizens conscripted into joining the army, mobilized soldiers account for 13%. Volunteers typically came from poorer parts of Russia and joined for better pay and benefits. Sound like America. It says often without realizing their contracts were indefinite. The BBC noted that the most of the volunteers seem to have signed up for their own free will, though there are reports from some in China who have described coercion and intimidation to join. The Russian military is deploying these volunteers to the most challenging front lines, contributing to high casualty rates, the outlet reported. They sound just like America. That's just like America. Because what? Russia is Edomites too. That's part of the house of Edom. So that's also part of the house that's going to go into captivity. Don't think just because the men of the Lord, we want Russia to go, don't think we fuck with Russia. Remember, Russia are Edomites just like American government are Edomites. And you got Jake Scattered, the seed of Jake Scattered, but that's an Edomite nation. So when you think of Russians, you think of Edomites. Okay? Makes no never mind who does what, but according to prophecy, it talks about Russia, Magog, God, the bear, hooks and jaws. That's talking about the Russians. So now we have to understand that, yeah, we need them to start getting more crazy because why? They play a major part in the prophecy as well as America. Hold on, was that all of the article? Okay, so and there's some more. It says Putin ally warns of nuclear war if Kiev uses long-range missiles. A senior Russian lawmaker, I ain't gonna try to pronounce the nigga name, Vyacheslav Volodin, warned that if Ukraine were to strike deep into Russian territory using Western missiles, it could trigger a global conflict involving nuclear weapons. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, keep bringing up nuclear weapons. We need that. We need nuclear weapons. We need the nukes to bring them out. Bring them out. What did the T.I. song? Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring out the nukes. Excuse me. He stated that Russia will respond forcefully with more powerful weapons. Russia will give a tough response using more powerful weapons, the Speaker of Russia's Duma, the lower house of parliament, said. His remarks follow the European Parliament vote supporting Ukraine's ability to target Russian sites with Western weapons. So basically you have what? Russia now knows that the Ukrainians, what they're doing is backed by America and NATO. Because it said Western weapons. So weapons from Russia, weapons from America, weapons from other NATO countries. So that's also what Satan's house divided. Because these are all Edomites. Edomites fighting amongst each other. Edomites having other Edomites attack each other and whatnot. Because Ukrainians are Edomites, Russians are Edomites, NATO are Edomites, America are Edomites. So this is all Satan's house divided. And how shall it stand? Because remember, at the end of the day, they all still are family. So it says, Mr. Volodin emphasized the historical sacrifices of the Soviet Union in World War II, urging Europeans to recognize the speed at which Russia could retaliate with its RS-28 Sarmat missile, which could reach Strasbourg in just over 3 minutes. See? I don't know exactly where Strasbourg is. It sounds familiar. I can't place where it is, but hey, he mentioned it for a reason. Matter of fact, let's see what it said. Because I think that's pretty much it on the article. It's so much, it's some other joints with, talking about China. So where is, they got to be somewhere in that region. Strasbourg, if this the place, it's in Germany. This place is in Germany. Strasbourg is a town in Brandenburg in eastern Germany, located 30 kilometers, 19 miles east of Berlin. So they said that they have something that can reach Germany in 2 minutes. I guess that's why they referenced the World War II. But World War II, all this World War I, World War II, what are we in now? The third woe. Hold up, let's get it. Real quick, what's that? Revelation 11 and 14. So we have the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14, and it says, the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. And behold, the third woe coming quickly. Now, this is Revelation, the New Testament. He said, what? The third woe coming quickly. So as time goes on, we're getting closer to World War III. And if you read comments and you read certain go to certain posts about certain things, events happening, you have people already saying, "Oh, we already in World War III. Oh, this is getting bad. Oh, shit is fucked." That's the rhetoric that's going on in the earth. Now, I don't know where all these people are commenting from, but it's all over the world. Remember, this is a world war. So this is the whole planet involved already. Russia, America, China, Germany, North Korea, Iran, Italy, Turkey, all of NATO countries, Poland, Italy, India, Palestine, all these, Ukraine, the small hats, all these countries is what they all involved with this current war situations, man. Because why? It's a world war. The first one, it says what? It says The Second War was passed. What? The Second World War was the last World War, which is what, 1940 something? Like 1940 what? 1946 or some shit? 40 something for those couple years? But now what? We're in 2024. So now we're about due for another one. Because what? All those people from the World War II, for the most part, they're all old as hell or they dead. I think they said the last one of the last survivors from World War I just died not too long ago, and they was like 100. So that goes to show what time we're in. So what we're about due, and this is gonna be the war to end all wars. As a matter of fact, that's why the Lord has all the prophets on the internet right now going ham prophesying, man. Because whoa, let's get it. Actually, it's the spirit. I could bring that out now. And the Lord, remember, in Joel, the 3rd chapter, it talks about what? In Joel 3 and 9, it talks about proclaiming this among the Gentiles, prepare war, right? But when we go in the first few verses, it talks about what? The Lord jacking up the nation for what they did to Israel. Okay? So that's why the Lord said He's gonna judge all the heathen round about. That's why He said, yo, we supposed to chill, wait ye upon me. We're not supposed to do nothing physical. We don't technically have a dog in this fight. Even though the Lord, and we are the dog of the fight, because the Lord is coming to redeem us. But as far as all this war shit goes, world war goes, the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, have no dog in this fight. Because the Lord said, our weapons of warfare are not carnal. We're just to go out and speak and prophesy. All right? So this is the book of Isaiah chapter 62, verse 1, and it says, for Zion's sake, which is what? Israel. The nation of Israel, Jerusalem, the 12 tribes, men, women, and children, starting with the elect. Okay? For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest, until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth. And the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all kings thy glory, and thou shalt be called by a new name which the mouth of the Lord shall name. Now that's the Spirit talking through Isaiah, talk about what? The end is coming. And why the Lord is doing it, He's doing it for what? For Israel's sake, for Zion's sake, for His chosen people's sake, man. The ones at the bottom, the ones under these curses, man. The Lord is about to uplift them off of us. Okay? Verse 3, and it said, thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord, and a royal diadem in the hand of thy God. Now, a diadem, D-I-A-D-E-M is what? Basically another word for crown. Okay? And it says, verse 4, it says, thou shalt no more be termed forsaken, neither shall thy land any more be termed desolate, but thou shalt be called Hephzibah, and thy land Beulah, for the Lord delighteth in thee, and thy land shall be married, man. Because what the land of Israel right now ain't in a good state. Man, I mean, me and the brother, we was talking a couple weeks ago about how, I think, was that last weekend? How the land of Israel is basically like, if you go to the land of Israel right now, it's not what it's described to be as far as when those people get in the land, how it was going to be. He says it's going to be a plentiful land, a land of abundance, many flocks, patch, all that. The land was going to be, the brightness is going to be like overwhelming. And it said all the nations shall see the strangers of our salvation. They're going to see our salvation that comes from heaven. Oh, excuse me. Hold up. They're going to see our salvation come from heaven, man. It's going to be thing never done before. Because why? The thing with the Lord's salvation that He bring it back with is going to be what we lost in the time of Adam, immortality. See, the other nations, these small heads, they don't have immortality. They still die like men. So that goes to show that they're not the true Hebrew Israelites. Those are not the real Jews. Because the Lord said what? He was going to give us immortality through what? His Son, the Messiah. They said the Messiah I believe they say the Messiah never stepped foot on the earth. Which is going to show what the fuck they know. Verse 5 of Isaiah chapter 62, and it says, for as a young man marrieth a virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee. And as the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall thy God rejoice over thee. The nation of Israel, He compares the nation of Israel to a woman, a wife, a bride. The bridegroom being Yahawashi. And when Yahawashi comes back, I forget what in Revelation it said, what? Blessed is he who basically says, blessed is he that is worthy to be at the supper of the Lamb. And the Lamb is who? Yahawashi. So that that elect, the 144,000, those men, women, and children of the whole hopeful elect, which we're going to be a part of, those are the people that's going to be to the marriage, wed to the marriage under Yahawashi, metaphorically speaking. And it's coming soon. So all of this Russian, American, all of these wars, all of this stuff, nuclear this, nuclear that, bombs this, bomb that, it's all getting ready for this great day of Yahawashi's return. Because in the midst of all of them fighting, the Lord said what? Yahawashi was going to come back. That's what Ezra saw. Ezra saw that, second Ezra, the 13th chapter. That's talking about Yahawashi and all the other nations coming to fight against him, and a legion of angels he coming with from the heaven. Okay? Verse 6, and here where it gets good, because why? If you look at what's going on now as far as like this internet shit goes and all that, these devils talking about basically like all this stuff. We need to start getting, basically want to shut this down because it's too much, that kind of speech going on where it's causing, hate and all that. But whatever they're that, they just don't, but they can't say the prophets of the Lord because why? We're not doing nothing. But what it's hurting them spiritually, it's hurting their minds because they know that this is the truth. They don't give a fuck about no Muslims. They don't give a fuck about no gangs. They don't give a fuck about none of that. They care about, they want to get the prophets off the street. But what the Lord said, what? To be blameless. Be as a lamb in the midst of the wolves. Why is the serpent harmless as a dove? Yeah, we could be speaking with authority and whatnot, but as far as the physical goes and all this ganging up arm, we ain't doing none of that shit. This is our weapon. The scriptures. Or it's a tablet, but it's a Bible app. The scriptures is our weapon, okay? Oops. It says, so Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6, and it reads, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. And that's what's going on right now. You got the men of the Lord prophesying continually every day and night. So a brother doing a live stream. You got brothers doing camp in different parts of the world, different parts of the country. You have this truth being spread throughout the four corners of the earth every day, 24/7. This truth is like 7-Eleven, open 24/7. Quick check, YAHAWAH. Take your pick. Hold up, let me get some lights. Yeah. Getting a little dark. So I'm going to read that again. So this is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6, and it reads, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, which is what? The prophets. O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. That's what you have. You have prophets, old, young. You got men all throughout the highways and byways. You got men prophesying right now somewhere. In certain parts of the world. I believe in certain parts of America. You got the brothers in Dallas, brothers in Indianapolis. You got brothers somewhere, and somewherever. You have men prophesying in the names of Yahawashi. I'm one of them right now. And you have other men. I'm just using myself as an example because, right now. And I hope to be part of the elect because that's what this is about, making your calling and election sure. Because the stuff that's going on now is a tell sign that we're at the end. Okay? It says, verse 7 of Isaiah chapter 62, it says, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth, and we're in the earth. So you're supposed to prophesy until Yahawashi comes back, because that's when he's going to do that. When Yahawashi comes back, that's when he's going to make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Because why? That's when the glory going to come. The Lord said what? His reward is with him. His reward is what? The glory, the immortality. That's the reward of Yahweh BAHASHAM Yahawashi, and that's only going to Israel. That's why I said watchmen upon what? Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before a place, the tribes, the men, women, and children that come from the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what this is about, period. Okay, verse 8, and it says, the Lord hath sworn by his right hand and by the arm of his strength, surely I will no more give thy corn to be meat for thine enemies. What? The corn, what? Our resources, man. What's ours is going to be ours, man. He ain't going to give like what he's supposed to, what was deemed for us to the other nation no more, because our punishment is about to be over. O daughter of Edom, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. O daughter of Zion, Israel. The Lord said, what? The enemy, they saw your downfall, but they rejoiced at thy ruin, but soon they shall see their own destruction and see your salvation. And remember, in the book of Baruch, the 4th chapter says, shortly. The Lord said the day is nigh, it is nigh. All right? Oh yes, right. Give corn to be meat for thine enemies, and the sons of the stranger shall not drink thy wine for the which thou hast labored. So what? We gonna be good, man. They're gonna work for us. We're gonna be the new masters on earth, and it's gonna be forever. He said, no more will they carry thee away in captivity. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. That's also in the book of Isaiah. Now, if you go to the book of Isaiah chapter 52 and read verse 1, it reads, awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city, for henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and unclean. So no more, ain't gonna be no more 70 ADs, no more sieges of Jerusalem or the heathens. No, because once Yahawashi comes back, he's taken back this is his first. Remember, he's the first. He the first Israelite, the first spirit. He got first dibs. He got the lion share, the lion of Judah. The house of David. He's going to run the house of David. Remember the Lord said what about Solomon? Solomon is who? Yahawashi. He said what? Solomon's kingdom should be a kingdom that endure forever. And that's Solomon, Adam, Isaac. It's all playing out. Oh no, go back to 62. It says, verse 9, it says, but they that have gathered it shall eat it and praise the Lord, and they that have brought it together shall drink it in the courts of my holiness. What? Everything's gonna be all, we're gonna have it. And even though it said that they gathered it shall eat it, no, the other nation's gonna gather it for us and we're gonna eat it. We're not going to do no manual labor in the kingdom unless we're doing it of our own merit. But as far as working for these other nations and being in captivity and having to punch in the clock and all, that shit about to be done away once America and Esau's kingdom is destroyed. No more will be deemed forsaken, man. No longer will we be in captivity. He said the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. One of the punishments was captivity under these other nations. Okay? Verse 10, it says, go through the gates, prepare ye the way of the people, cast up the highway, gather out the stones, lift up a standard for the people. Verse 11, it says, behold, the Lord hath proclaimed unto the end of the world, say ye to the daughter of Zion, which is what? The nation of Israel, behold, thy salvation cometh. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. What? The reward is with him. Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. The same way they put us down, the same way I put it down, the Heavenly Father, he's going to bring us back up. That's what it's saying in the book of Baruch. He said what? The same one that brought you down basically gonna bring you up. Man, let's get that real quick. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 29, and reads, it says, for he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. So these plagues, one of the plagues being captivity, these infirmities, death, being a mock, being a byword, basically all the curses of Deuteronomy 20th chapter, from the 15th verse on down. The Lord said what in the book of Deuteronomy 30th chapter? He said, wait, these curses are going to fall upon our enemies, the other nations. Every other nation except for the nation of Israel is going to be under the nation of Israel. I mean, every nation is going to be under the nation of Israel, the tribes, the sons of Jacob, the sons and daughters of Jacob. You're going to service both sons, daughters, and the little children that be born. You're going to serve them. It said, what are you? Hold on, let's get it. Because this is what's coming. Like all of this war stuff, this all leading up to that. Is it we're going to the book of Isaiah chapter 60 verse 10, and it reads, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Who's the thee? Israel. So it says, in his wrath he smote us because what? Our disobedience. We went off. In the book of Lamentations, the 2nd chapter, it said what? The Lord was an enemy unto us for our transgressions and our iniquities, man. But now he about to uplift it. He about to overturn them. He about to pull them off of us. Every day he's pulling them more and more off us and putting more and more on these other nations. And ultimately, when Yahawashi comes back, he's going to take them off of us completely. And then put them on these other nations, man. After America and all that's destroyed, though. It says, verse 11, it says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. It says, verse 12 says, for the nation in Canaan that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So what? You think you ain't gonna do what an Israelite tell you to do and you just gonna walk away? Nah. It said you should be utterly destroyed, utterly wasted. And that's what's coming. Yahawashi is coming to bring all of that, man. This is what Yahawah gave to Yahawashi. Yahawashi gonna have what? The elect be the joint heirs of it. Inheriting the Gentiles. The rod, what it said, he that endures to the end, him will I give power over the nations. That's what's coming. That's what we wait. That's what we do this for. We don't just do this just to do it. There's reward. The Lord said the reward is with him. So what? We prophesy in the names of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, because that's the one that put these curses on us, and he's going to be the one that have to take them off of us. And the Lord said he's going to take them off of us. He declared the end from the beginning. Now we at the end. And it's going to go back to as it was in what? In the days of Adam, the Garden of Eden, before he went off. And then we ain't going to go off. And then we're going to be fruitful and multiply, and then it's going to be back to the original story, how it's supposed to be. From the beginning, it's going to go back to that. That's what we're waiting for. That's what's coming. Okay? So, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom. All of that, all that good stuff. All that good stuff, bro. Yeah, Deuteronomy 32nd chapter. Yeah, with my glittering sword. Yep, in my hand. Yeah. I will render vengeance to my enemies. And who is his enemies? The other nations. Hello. Call Lord Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Call Lord Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Shalom.